So Rihanna just broke the hearts of millions of fans all over the world when she announced that she's leaving music, and it doesn't look like she's going to be hitting the studios anymore. It goes without saying that she left fans completely heartbroken because we've been asking for one more album. But Rihanna said, "Psych." But the streets are saying that there's more to her leaving Hollywood than she's telling. Word is that the real reason she's leaving is the Diddy scandal and how her mentor Jay Z has been tied to it. There has been a lot of speculation that Rihanna was one of Jay Z and Diddy's victims, and it looks like there might be some truth to those rumors because fans are convinced that Rihanna is traumatized. But what exactly did Diddy and Jay Z do to her? And did Jay Z buy her from her cruel father for $500,000? Let's break it down. Rumors about Rihanna and Jay Z's relationship have been circulating for years and won't go away. Rihanna started in the music industry as a teenager with Jay Z as her mentor, guiding almost every part of her career. Even though both of them have denied any romance, people have always speculated about what might really be going on between them. Then word spread that Jay Z and Rihanna might have had something going on behind the scenes, even though he was married to Beyonce. At first, folks didn't pay much attention because there's always wild gossip in the industry, but instead of dying down, the rumors only got louder. It didn't take long for the rumors to go from Jay Z and Rihanna having an affair to Jay Z allegedly taking advantage of Rihanna because of his power over her. The rumors about the affair were bad enough, but the last thing Jay Z wanted was for people to call him a weirdo for taking advantage of someone who he should have protected. At this point, Rihanna's publicist came up with the story about how he was the one behind the story, claiming that he was trying to build Rihanna's career. He said, "The PR stunt that I did was out of desperation to help break Pon de Replay. It was reckless and I didn't think it was going to work. I was just throwing spaghetti at the wall to see what would stick. I didn't think it would be this big story, but now knowing that people are profiting from speculations and opinions about her really turns my stomach. I'm ashamed that I'm even talking about this. I just want to put this rumor to rest once and for all." That story never really added up because by then, Rihanna was already a powerhouse in the industry and had built her own reputation. So this so-called publicity angle didn't make sense. Then things turned shady when Rihanna finally opened up about the real story behind how she got signed to Jay Z. We all thought we knew her origin story, or at least the polished version we were told. However, it seems the truth might be way darker than anyone could have guessed. So y'all know Rihanna grew up in Barbados, right? By a stroke of luck, she caught a music exec's attention while he was vacationing there. And next thing you know, she's flown to the US to audition for L.A. Reid and Jay Z alone. And let's not forget, she was just a teenager. Now, this should have raised major red flags. She was only 16, so technically she should have had a parent or guardian with her, but instead she made that trip alone. And it only gets stranger from there. They made her wait around the office until 3 a.m. because apparently Jay Z had strict orders to sign her on the spot. Now, I don't know about y'all, but keeping a 16-year-old in an office until 3 a.m. is super sketchy. And to make it even weirder, Rihanna later shared in an interview that Jay Z joked about tossing her out the window of his 27th floor office if she didn't sign. Girl, what?
But the moment I walked into the office, the atmosphere was so warm and welcoming.
And you had to sing a cappella for him?
Yes, I had to sing. I sang Pon de Replay. I sang another ballad from the album last time.
So then what did he say to you? He said something to you.
Oh yes, he said, "We don't sing songs here, we sing artists." And there was this little pause, and I was nervous. But then he said, "And we're interested." And there was this sudden feel of relief.
But then he said something about a window and a door or something.
Oh, then he said, you did it homework.
I did a lot of homework on you, Miss Lady.
He said, there are two ways to leave here, either through the door with the deal sign or through this window, and we're on the 29th floor.
So you was like, "Where's the pen? Where's the paper? I'm signing."
Yeah.
And I'm sure working with Jay Z, you've met Beyonce.
If you think this is sketchy enough, well, it's only about to get even worse from here because according to Jaguar Wright, Rihanna coming to the US was nothing more than a business transaction and not the good type. Jaguar Wright was one of the first to sound the alarm, alleging that Jay Z Rihanna from Barbados under the pretense of a record deal. She went further, claiming Jay Z supposedly paid Rihanna's father $500,000 when she arrived in the US.
Who discovered Rihanna 3 a.m. in the morning in a hotel on the island where she comes from with no parental supervision. And then she was put on a private plane from one country to another without parental supervision. And she ended up in a boardroom with Mr. Carter without parental supervision. Y'all got young children. Would you just let your daughter leave and go to a whole other country with some money you don't know?
Absolutely not.
Doing talent shows at 3 a.m.
So you're saying that the rumors are true. There are rumors circulating that Rihanna was actually here. Are you saying that
Starting to sound that way. Because her daddy ain't show up till 24 hours later to pick up a $500,000 check for his daughter's. Maybe we should look more into that album, Auntie. That album cover was disturbing. A child bra with a crown over her head and man on her face. I don't know. How don't people see SOSs anymore?
This whole situation is wild, but it raises a big question. Why would Jay Z pay Rihanna's father that kind of money to begin with? It starts to add up when you remember that Rihanna once opened up about her dad's behavior toward her and her mom, with incidents where he hurt them both. According to Jaguar, her father allegedly sold her to Jay Z, and even Rihanna's publicist's story seems to line up with that claim. So what did Rihanna's publicist actually say? He strongly hinted that Jay Z wasn't exactly innocent and suggested that Rihanna might have been a victim in his alleged scheme. In an interview, he even shared that the feds once interrogated him about Jay Z's activities, saying they suspected Rihanna might have been caught up in something serious. According to him, when he spread what he thought were just industry rumors about Jay Z and Rihanna, the feds stepped in and questioned him, explaining that they'd been investigating Jay Z for He said, "One day, unmarked law enforcement cars stopped me. These intimidated individuals introduced themselves as a federal task force and they requested to speak to me. So I followed them to talk and I was in complete state of panic. As I sat in the desolate makeshift interrogation room, the gravity of the situation became clear to me." He continued, "They mentioned that they had been keeping a close watch on Jay Z since he stayed on Rivera, and he was also being implicated in a incident with R. Kelly during their joint tour promoting Jay Z and R. Kelly's joint album. The officers clarified that they were investigating Jay Z for allegedly engaging in intimate activity with young Rihanna and transporting her across international borders. They said she wasn't the only one and there were many others." He added, "No one benefits from reckless ambition. The interrogation was a brutal reality check. However, looking back now, there are some serious red flags as Jay Z was once very close to R. Kelly and they have 2 collaborative albums. They have like 30 songs together and they have toured together. As we all know, Jay Z has also been extremely close to Diddy for several decades, so it's not very hard to come to some of these conclusions." But that's not all, because according to Jaguar Wright, Jay Z allegedly Rihanna out to powerful men at parties. According to her, he allegedly had her giving men the gawk at a pre-Grammys party in 2009, and this was what led to the fight between her and Chris Brown.
And Rihanna ain't innocent because she was in there giving that in the coat closet when Chris Brown came in. He said, "Always something." Then he said, "I'm done with you," and he stormed out of Clive Davis's house, got into his very expensive car, and Rihanna chased after him. She gets in the car and started on him because he embarrassed her for calling her a and saying in front of everybody that she gave him the herpes.
It's a wild situation, and honestly, it explains why she dipped out of the industry as soon as she could. She fulfilled her contract agreements with her label, and it's been crickets from her since then. And child, given the things that she has been rumored to have gone through, can anybody blame her for wanting out of this craziness? For a long time now, Rihanna has denied that she was leaving the industry, claiming that she's working on new music and stuff. But at a recent event, she strongly hinted that she was done making music and just wanted to focus on her brands and being a businesswoman.
In the industry, right? Through music. And I always say music was the thing that got the attention. But God had other plans for me, and I was able to create in ways that were like very sincere and genuine or organic and authentic to the things that I love. So it doesn't even feel like a job. But when you bring it home,
again, it's not surprising that she's choosing to take herself out of the messy situation, especially now that she has 2 young kids to think of. Don't even get me started on Diddy's takedown and how he has been reportedly snitching on everyone. Things are going to get very messy in the coming months, and it looks like she is choosing not to get caught up in the drama. Fans commented, "That's her retirement speech, y'all. Am I being crazy if I say Jay Z is the reason why Rihanna quit music and prefers to stay away from the business? And I already accepted she's done with music, so this doesn't really surprise me. And Anti was a perfect retirement album and still is." But anywho, I want to know how y'all feel about this situation. Do you think Rihanna will snitch on Jay Z and Diddy, or do you think she will have their back? Drop your thoughts in the comments and then check out this next video.